So when I started this YouTube journey, I knew that it was going to affect my life one way or another. I just didn't really know how. But what I didn't realize is that it was going to actually change my life forever. And the way it did that was by three very specific things. And I'd like to share that with you guys because I feel like these things helped me not only grow as a human, but helped me learn and understand myself better, and also gave me the ability to potentially share this message with you guys. So hopefully you guys can learn something, take it away and utilize it in your own life, and hopefully start a YouTube channel of your own or go after some type of aspiration that you guys have had before. So the very first thing YouTube did for me was it opened me up to being criticized. Now, I knew when I started YouTube that I was potentially going to be berated at some point with either negativity, positivity, or both. The thing you have to know about me is that I've been pretty open to criticism a large portion of my life. It's something that I embrace, it's something that I enjoy because I feel like it allows me to grow and become a better human being. But what I didn't realize is that by opening up this new avenue of potential criticism, it really gave me a new lens on what my life looked like from other people's perspectives. But the most important thing that I took away from this is that even though I may be getting showered with love or berated with hate, at the end of the day, that does not stop me from going out there, putting out my message, and trying to build up a positive community. Because regardless of how anybody feels, I'm here, I'm doing it right now. They cannot stop me from putting out whatever I want to put out. And that's a really, really cool thing. It's incredibly empowering because no one can really stop you from doing what you want to do. You are in charge of what you are capable of doing and not doing. It's really about going out there and actually doing it or deciding not to because of all the negative things that could potentially come along with it. So if you take anything away from this specific point, it's don't be scared. Just go after it and do it. No matter what's going on, whether it's positive, whether it's negative, you don't even really have to listen to it. You can just stay in your own lane, stay focused on what you want to do, and still accomplish all of your goals simply by going after it. Now, the second thing YouTube did for me might seem a little bit vague and ambiguous at first, but stick with me, I'll explain kind of what I mean by it. So it really opened up a brand new world of possibilities to connect with others. And what I mean by that is, when I was younger, I went through some dark phases in my life, and somebody that really helped me through it was Kid Cudi. I would listen to his music all the time, and certain things that he was saying just resonated with me. It allowed me to feel like I wasn't alone, and it allowed me to feel like in the world where I felt like there was just so much going on and that nobody was really seeing me for what I was going through in the moment. He made me feel seen. He made me feel not alone. And that's actually what made me start writing music in the first place, is people like Kid Cudi that made me feel like when you connect with them on this level, you feel like you are a part of a community. So to me personally, even though they're not directly correlated, music and YouTube or Kid Cudi and how he made me feel and why I'm creating this channel, they do have a very large foundational similarity. And what that is for me is that my goal was to go out there and create a community where people can potentially learn from each other, learn from me if I have any knowledge or wisdom that I've accrued in this life, and hopefully circulate that throughout this community. People who support each other, uplift each other, and look for ways to improve each other's lives. So making these videos and putting them out on YouTube really gave me the platform to enable me to connect with people that I typically would never have connected with, and maybe make them feel not alone, or maybe make them feel like whatever it is that they're going through, I may have provided some type of answer or roadmap, or even just a spark in what the thought process should be like in order for them to overcome something that they're currently going through in their life, or maybe even something that they've went through before and they're like, oh, okay, well, I did go through this before, I can see how these things connect, and therefore I now may be able to overcome it using these specific tools, this specific advice, whatever it is. So regardless of whether I blow up or not, I'm just so happy that I've been able to gain some organic followers, organic subscribers that are able to look at what I'm doing and maybe take something away that's beneficial. And that's all I could really ask for. The very final thing that I feel was so important to me personally, and that YouTube was able to give me, was more creativity and more inspiration. I think of myself as a relatively creative person, but for YouTube specifically, making these videos, it's taken a lot more of a different type of creativity than I'm used to relying on. I make music, I build businesses, I talk through a lot of things with my friends and my family. I've done multiple other things that have used my creative outlets, or I guess my creative energy source. I've been able to use it and been able to channel it in different ways. But YouTube, it's just so interesting because it challenges you in a completely different way. When you're creating long form content, it really asks you to be able to put things together in a way that not only makes sense for you, but for others, and that actually provides some type of value or entertainment or both. Having that type of challenge has been so fun because it's allowed me to do things in a way that I haven't done it before, or I guess haven't done it as often as I would have liked to. And this has really given me a sense of accomplishment. But even more importantly, number two, it's just giving me so much energy. I just feel so inspired all the time. And every time I get an idea, or every time I'm just randomly sitting down, I start thinking about what type of YouTube videos I could put together, or what type of content I could create in order to help my audience out. It's just so cool to me. I just feel so energized. Every time I'm done recording this and I'm going to go edit. Random little tidbit. My memory on my memory card pretty much just got full, so I had to go replace it. And two, my battery died, so I had to replace the battery. So if you're seeing this and it looks like I'm in different angles and stuff, it probably is because I was, and or I am, I guess, currently. So I'm sorry about that. Back to the topic. Point is, YouTube really just allows you to grow. It lets you dig deep and utilize aspects of yourself that you may not have been using as often as you should, or at all. And I think that's pretty cool. Anytime you could do something that is positive and that allows you to grow one way or the other, you should probably be doing it. So with that being said, I really encourage everybody to go out there, and if you're not even gonna make a YouTube, don't make a YouTube, that's fine. But do something that's going to challenge you to become better. Do something that you've always wanted to do and never actually did because of whatever those reasons were. Just try, because I promise, even if you don't stick with it for like 2, 3, 4, 5 years, if you just do it for 3 months, 6 months, a year, you're going to see such a massive difference in your day-to-day life and even your attitude with the way you approach these things. You're going to be so much more willing to take on some of these risks, and you're going to be willing to challenge yourself in ways that you weren't before because you never took that first step. But now that you have, it's so much easier to take the second, third, fourth, and so on. So do your best, try something new, and let me know if you ever have done something like this, or if you're gonna go ahead and try something like this below in the comments. Let's try to hold each other accountable. Let's make sure that we're all doing our best and that we're growing each and every day. Love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in per usual. If you have not subscribed, I hate asking people to subscribe, and I really want to stop asking people to subscribe, but if you have not subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. It really helps me do what I said I was going to do, which is connect with people, build a community, and make sure that we have more positivity in this world, and a place where people can feel connected to others in a way they've never felt connected before. Again, love y'all. Peace out.